qualifying tournament in Latvia. It is the 68th ranked Cameroon going up against the 6th ranked Latvia for the first time ever. Julian Montesano and Mark Clark are joining you in commentary, and a spot is on the line, Mark, to join Brazil in the final of this tournament.
Well, and who'd have thought that we'd have been talking about Cameroon? What a journey it's been for being introduced here to the arena, of which is 99% obviously Latvian fans. But this is not a shock in the sense that they haven't got here by luck. Jemiah Hill and his team beat Brazil, so the incentive for them, obviously, they win this, they go up against a team they've already beaten, and something that was never thought about before. They could be in the Olympic Games. That'll be a phenomenal achievement for Coach Aboye, who's done a great job in getting this team. They came up 4 points short against Montenegro, got the win after a great first half against Brazil, but now they've got to go to the mountain and climb it again, because this Latvian team, coming off that loss to the Philippines, will be refocused, because I think they took a little bit complacent. But Coach Banky was at pains to say that wasn't them. What he expects today is the same team with the same intensity, the same tempo they put on the floor, sharing the basketball. They've come here to get to the Olympics. They've got to win today, and in front of this crowd, I take them to get the win, unless the Cameroon can do what they did against Brazil, go out hard and make shots. I just think that Latvia will play too much defense to allow Cameroon to get going.
Coach Banky is a success story in his own. He's leading the team today. He's led them so well since 2021. But for now, we're going to pause to hear the national anthems of Cameroon and Latvia. Singing in one, as they have been all tournament. It's been so special to watch, as has the gift exchange. Two teams coming to the center of the court to wish each other luck as they go head-to-head in the second semi-final of this Olympic qualifying tournament here in Latvia. Introducing the referees for today's second semi-final. Ademir Zarapovic from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Luis Castillo from Spain, and Kato Takaki from Japan. And big congratulations to those three officials for being appointed as semi-finals referee. Well, the fans are in the house. We knew they would be. It's been a sellout every night that Latvia has played. Cameroon fans, don't discount them. They've made a lot of noise throughout the tournament, and when the drums are out, they're hard to compete against. So we can't wait to see the atmosphere erupt and the stadium erupt as the game tips off. We're not far away now, 4 minutes away from tip-off. Cameroon looking to continue their dream run and create history. They've never been to an Olympic Games. Latvia haven't been in 88 years. Let's introduce the Cameroon team first of all. You know, they had a win against Brazil and a loss against Montenegro to get here. They finished second in their group. Coach Boya getting ready to watch his team. We're going to confirm the starting five for you on screen now. It's Ebwa, Eyaga Bidias, Atiba, Bayehe, and Jeremiah Hill. It's pretty similar to what they've been going with.
Yeah, it's very similar. Jeremiah Hill leads them in every single stat category. He's had a lot of support from Bidias, and going to take a look at Hill's numbers now. They're just phenomenal. 16, 8, and 4.5 in terms of rebounds. Literally leads every single stat category. Came out of a Division II school in the States. He's just put a great professional career, and he really does lead this team. He does whatever coach asks him to do, and it's not just about his ability. His leadership is what Coach Aboya has pointed out on a number of occasions. Hill has to have a great game, and that might not be enough in itself. He has to have a great game. Other people then contribute. They're a good rebounding team, and Latvia haven't shot the basketball very well in this tournament. If they don't do that, they're not going to get a lot of joy on the glass. And again, similar starting lineup, but most importantly for me, Artu Shagar's back. Not only back, but starting. And I think his relationship in the backcourt with Darius Bertans is absolutely crucial behind the hard work that Roland Schmitz does up front.
And of course, let's not forget Rodion Skuruc. He had a really good output last game against the Philippines. 18 points, 7 from 13 from the field, 7 assists as well. He's led his team brilliantly all tournament. And he'll look to do the same again today, as will Coach Bunky. Let's take a listen to what he's thinking.
Protect the rim. Play physical. You swing. Box up dark. And
Yeah, that's what Coach Bonke said. That's key. The physicality that they put on the floor is what Coach Aboya has to deal with. You know, Julian, this is like a 3-hit. They have absolutely 0 to lose, but they expect to have a chance to win here. So it's not like, oh, you know, we'll give it a go. But they have no pressure, no expectation. Go out and play like they've played in the previous 2 games. Hard on the glass, very, very positive if they play at a tempo. What they can't do is get into a slow half-court game, because Latvia technically are so good, and it's really tough if you allow them to get into their passing and sharing the ball game.
So we're nearly ready to go here in Riga. It's Cameroon and Latvia going head-to-head. Who will book their ticket to Paris? One of these teams is going home. Cameroon have never been to the Olympics. Like I mentioned, currently ranked 68th in the world. They're playing with heart and soul here in Latvia. Latvia, well, we know they haven't been to the summit in 88 years, and we know how much they're adoring home fans and carry them through. What can they do tonight? It's all set up here for the second semi-final of the Olympic qualifying tournament here in Riga. Welcome to Arena Riga in Latvia. It's Cameroon and Latvia doing battle in the second semi-final of this Olympic qualifying tournament in Riga. Cameroon looking to get one step closer to their first ever Olympics, and Latvia looking for their first berth in 88 years. And Captain Atiba, can he get the Cameroon team going? Hill has to take a tough shot. And we're already seeing good intent from this Latvian team.
Well, that's the thing we were really alluding to before the game. In both their previous games, on the perimeter, they haven't had people really get after them. Latvia get after you everywhere.
Artur Žagas back in the starting lineup. And he's going to go to the stripe. Didn't play in the last game. He's back in the lineup tonight. He's looking okay.
And you see this so often. When you prepare to play Latvia, people talk about how they run this. So off the ball, everybody's talking about playing in the passing lane. Whether it's Žagas or whether it's Bertans, they then have the opportunity just to attack a seam and go to the ring. And Žagas does a great job drawing the contact on a tough shot. They really missed him the other night, and it's great to see him back in the lineup. This crowd will really relish the fact that he's on the floor.
It's the first 2 points of the game for Latvia. The team has got nowhere to go. Latvia already playing so aggressive. It's what Coach Bunky wanted. He said to play physical. Probably too physical there.
But look where Cameroon having to just get it over the halfway. Look where they're trying to run their stuff from. They're literally just over the halfway line. This is really important that Latvia maintain this. They're going to find it so difficult to get into what they want to run. Hill may have to just take it and break down that defense and get the ball into the half court so they can play. And it's almost, that'll take a lot away from his own offense, though.
Ebois driving hard and making the tough basket count.
That's a super drive, and that's the one thing that if Latvia play defense like they are, being aggressive with the basketball, getting to the ring is going to be crucial.
Žagas. Still Žagas. Still Žagas. He's made an impact so far. Hill got to take it out of his hands. Ebois. Iago for the easiest of rebounds and putbacks.
That's a great response from Cameroon. They haven't shied away. One time they got into trouble. Now they're being aggressive against that pressure.
Roland Schmitz gets it back. Dumps Ebois. Basket won't count. That is brilliant defense from Paul Ebois. It's been the theme of his tournament. He's had a great start to this game.
Coach Benke doesn't like the call, but I don't see the problem with it because the defense had stance just outside the charge circle.
So 4 points apiece.
I suppose Coach Benke could say it was a late call. It was slightly, but it's better to be late and right than not make the call, if that's the way the official sees it. Coach Bunky and the crowd not happy.
Jordan Bayer hit. He's had a really solid tournament. Atiba, catch, shoot, and score!
How often have we seen that? If you allow him to just get that unopposed catch, he gets square really quickly. Love the start by Cameroon, responding to the pressure so well.
They take the lead. Žagas. Oh, beautiful fight. Oh, my word! Iago sent that back to Cameroon.
And the arena just went, oh, all the air sucked out of this gym on that play.
See you later. All smiles from Reese. Mayex Medes. Oh, somehow it falls back into Latvian hands. Artur Žagas going against Iago Bidias and baking it in.
Well, Artur Žagas has all 6, and they've all been at the ring.
Cameroon wanted the quick response, couldn't get it. Žagas. Shares around with Kuruc. Oh, he thought about it. He's in the form. Daitis, he loves this range. Daitis Bertans! Great showing by both teams so far. Big time shots, big time blocks. And Danis Bertans, he's an expert from that range.
That's why his relationship with Chagas is so important, because it allows him to slide to the two guard, and he's a great spot-up shooter. Yeah, he gets his feet set, his percentages are so good across his career. And Chagas at the moment is literally running this for Latvia.
Atiba had a look. Bayer head to Hill. They desperately want Hill to get involved. Gets a slapped out of his hands, he can't put it back. Good defense from Kulitz. Chagas again wants to go. This time feeds Schmitz. Iagopedias right there with me, but it doesn't matter.
Well, Rodions Kuric just tied up the help, allowed it to be one-on-one for Schmitz because he posted up as well. Super finish by Schmitz.
Everyone likes the look of it. Can't bring it down. Chagas. Quick step. Can't make it. Jeremiah Hill. Eboa on Schmitz. Fouled. Naturally, you can hear the crowd's reaction. Roland Schmitz who committed the foul. 2 shots to come. Paul Eboa.
It was the fact he kept moving forward, I assume. Walked into the space that should be allowed to land.
So that's Roland Schmitz's second foul.
That's he's a big loss in the rotation just because of his physicality. They don't have the same physicality anywhere else apart from maybe Klaas Chagas gives them the same type of physicality but not the same skill set.
So Paul Eboa at the line. He's averaged 4 points and 3 rebounds in this tournament. Cameroon fans doing their best to make some noise in this heavily favoured Latvian crowd. Second one doesn't fall.
I also think the official right in front of us, you'll see this, he just holds.
So 11 plays, 8. Williams Nanos is going to come on for Cameroon, and Bayer is going to head to the bench.
Just have to find a way to get Jemiah Hill going. They can't do this without him. He's always going to be a provider. They've got to find a way to get him some good looks, get him into some rhythm.
Zodics and Danis Bertans onto the floor for Latvia. Mr. Zodics, 10 points per game is averaged. And he gets involved straight away! Mr. Zodics joins the party. There's going to be a timeout called on the floor by Alfred Aboya. His team down 14 points to 8. How about this one? Mr. Zodics steps into the shot, knocks it down, no problems. The bench get up with that one. Let's take a listen to Coach Aboya.
Hey, we told you, the referee against us. Let's leave them alone, all right? Let's play us. The game is going to run on, all right? With you.
It's been a hot start for Team Latvia, 14 points to 8. Shooting at a nice clip from the field as well. I think that was their problem in the previous games, getting all the right looks, just not quite completing it.
Yeah, they missed a lot of shots. They shot under 30% in their previous games here over the total of them. I'm still a little bit, the thing I love about Latvian basketball is when the ball gets moved, the ball moves faster than everybody else, and people come off screens. So guards on penetration is always an option that has to do it, and Zoric would always take the shot. But they're so good when they move the basketball. And to be fair to Cameroon, they're preventing that and they're making guys make plays. Up until now, they're fine, but that's not really the Latvian team that we saw in the World Cup. Share it. It's a great start by them, but the Cameroon shouldn't be disappointed here. They need to get their shots going and their man going.
Narase strong on the boards. It allows Niama a look at the basket. Matus to Zodix. Matus Bertans down behind play, but he's back up and running now. He's open for the shot, feeds Matus. Heads off the foot. The intent was there to move it around a bit more.
Oh, that was, and then you saw the space and the gaps because the ball moves. It's that balance. They always have the options where Zoric pulls up and shoots it as Chagars goes into the ring. But that normally comes out of ball movement, and they got some ball movement there, and they went inside. There was going to be a layup. It hadn't been kicked around.
Zodix. Kurutz driving. Niama has to pick himself up off the deck. Shots to come.
It makes, one of the things that was really evident in the World Cup and that great run they had was because of the ball movement. They were a great rebounding team because teams were having to adjust and move, and it was difficult to box out. And it created space for people to work in the paint. Rodions Kurutz is one of the best exponents of that because he's 193, he handles the ball really well, but he's got that length and size that he can really work around the ring.
Averaging 10.5 points per game so far in this tournament. We're gonna have a sub for Team Cameroon. Tamanong Show comes onto the floor, and Brisi Agabidias is going to take a seat. Show started the last game for Team Cameroon. Hill has to go back and get it. Zodix right there with him. Narase. Niama to Show. Can Show make a move? Davis right there with him, but that doesn't matter. Tamanang Show, clutch.
Again, get deep enough and you got the opportunity to finish. They're not the best shot blocking team and ring protecting team in the competition.
Zodix one way and the other. Bertans and Matus share it around. Oh, here come all the hands from Team Latvia. Zodix, Zodix. Oh, it rattles out. It was a really nice sequence though. Can Show make them pay? Niama finds a space and makes it count.
Hey, Show has come off the bench and said, I'm going to attack you. Both times, gets the two himself, then makes the assist. Still the key. Cameroon have to be the aggressor with the basketball.
Bertans to his brother. Matus. Here they go again. This is the Latvia basketball. Oh, not today though, Polo Boris says. Kurutz gets another chance. Bertans, no, won't count. The blocks from this Cameroon team have been sensational tonight.
And it's those parts of the game that there's ways that they can have advantage. That's one of the ways. The athleticism and ring protection is one of the things they could really be effective with. But you've got to be positive enough to do that. Come out, don't be intimidated by the environment, because when Latvia move the ball that way, you can get caught chasing the ball and not actually just defending and staying within your rules and your system. But this team is staying within it. They're guarding the ball, the closeouts are good, and their help is exceptional.
Artur Strelkins comes into the game. He was the leading scorer in game 1 for Team Latvia. He has Lomash also on the baseline getting ready to throw it in. So it's so like for like throughout the whole lineup.
Yep.
Just when you think you get a reprieve, another superstar comes onto the floor. Zodix.
Fully offensive under the ring.
That's a good call. Got the start he would have wanted to his game tonight. A foul straight away.
Well, he picked up quick fouls in the second game and ended up hardly playing after an amazing 100% performance game day 1.
Of course, Roland Schmidt's on those 2 fouls already. He's still on the bench. Jeremiah Hill, can he get firing? Ebois, he's been doing it all so far. Matus, not today. Streltic, Zodix, Matus, Lomash, Bertans, corner, 3!
Every single player touchdown in that transition. And that time they get it to the man, a higher percentage guy on the 3-point line. Bertans makes his first, he could be making a few more, he gets them in bunches.
Here he is on the opposite end getting the rebound. How many players can touch it here? Matus couldn't quite find Streltic.
It's a little bit too far out. The distance on the pass is going to be tough, and with the athleticism, you're asking that to get picked off anyway.
How beautiful was this sequence? Finished off by Davis Bertans. Swish in front of the home fans, getting out of their seats. That is Latvian basketball. Show. With the pace. Beautiful move. What an impact he's having. Great defense by Niama. Zodix eventually gets over. Chavas onto the floor, just chucks it to Lomash in the end, and who makes it? Lomash's first basket of the game. Niama. Ebois looking for Beckham. Straight onto the floor. Niama going underneath. That is nice.
It's such a contrast of styles here, isn't it? It's the Cameroon will go one-on-one and try and finish. Latvia will move the ball.
Zodix and Lomash. Chavas. Fouled.
It's just so important for Cameroon. They've just got to stay within whatever defensive system Coach Aboya wants to employ at particular moments and not get caught just following the ball movement, because at some point you're going to lose your guy, and that time Chavas just went straight down the middle. No one guarded the pass. Finds himself on the free throw line. But if you're Cameroon, you're in front of this crowd, you're a massive underdog. You've got to be very happy with where you are at the moment, because your guys have actually taken responsibility. When they've had the opportunity to play one-on-one, they've gone to work and scored.
Fabian Atiba back onto the floor for Cameroon. Carves Chavas at the line. 4.5 points per game is his average so far this tournament. He's on the board today. Just over a minute left in this first period. 21 plays 16. Ebois show, share it around. Beckham, he's had a really nice tournament. Samir Beckham goes up against his opposite number 8. 1 second left, he's just got to go. Good D from Latvia. Lomash now. Streltic. Oh, it's cut off by Paul Ebois. Spinning around Streltic. Can't complete the good work. Good hustle by Altus Streltic to get back just in the nick of time. So a foul by Show. means Cameroon's now in the bonus, so free throws to come for Rihaz Lomash.
While Lomash is on the free throw line, the option to shoot the passing lane hard, as they did when they came up the still, is always going to be there against Latvia, but normally they'll read it and back cut you. And that's where you've got to have everybody else on the same page to take away the option to get the easy two. Like you said, the great thing about everyone coming off this bench, though, for Latvia is that Lomash is a scorer. He's just flat out a scorer. Led this team in scoring in the qualification for the World Cup, then got injured and couldn't go there. But my role is to go and shoot or score, and he's straight in, straight off the bench. They're so like for like in their rotations.
Boots on to play some defense, and he does that straight away. "30 seconds left in the first period. Jeremiah Hill coming back into the game.
That's a nice few minutes by Show. 4 points, the assist. Very aggressive. Really attacked the defense when he had the opportunity to.
Coach Boyer would love to get Jeremiah Hill involved here right on the stroke of quarter time. Here he is now with ball in hand, Jeremiah Hill. Somehow finds a way through, kicks it out to Narase! Can Latvia have the final say? Bertans, oh, it's a nice attempt. He gives a wry smile, he knew that one was close. His team leads it at the end of the first period. The Cameroon are coming at the end of the first quarter. It's Latvia 23, leading Cameroon 19.
That's a great start by the Cameroon. They only trail 4, but the last play, as we get a look at the numbers, where Cameroon only at 25 from 3, they're going to have to shoot the ball better than that. But that last play where Hill penetrated through the whole of the Latvian defense and kicked it to his teammate. If those teammates keep knocking down open shots, he's fine. But they're so focused on Hill that he drew the whole of the defense. Super effort by him. They do need him to tick the scoreboard over himself as well. But you would have, your Coach Aboya, you take the 4-point loss at the end of the first quarter. You're right in the game, and the longer it goes on, the more pressure, the more concern that there'll be in Latvia in terms of they're supposed to win this. So when it's tight, there will be that feeling in the crowd, as there was when they lost to the Philippines. Super start by Latvia, matched by Cameroon. Hey, it's a semi-final, it's supposed to be close.
Set up for a thriller, absolutely. And you wonder how much these two teams can keep up the shooting. I mean, we're seeing a real offensive powered game. The last game we had was more sort of defense, so it's a completely different game and a completely different story.
Well, people struggle to make shots in the first game. No one's struggling to make shots here. But they've got to keep that focus defensively and not let Latvia's ball movement get them chasing it and creating space. It's so hard to do because you have to guard the ball because they shoot the ball, normally shoot the ball really well. What Cameroon want is Latvia under 30% again from the three-point line. At the moment, that's just not happening. But that's where they've been on the whole tournament.
Courtside 1891 app is your go-to for streams, schedules and scores. Not just from here, of course, but from all the other Olympic qualifying tournaments around the world. 4 Olympic tickets on the line in the 4 Olympic qualifying tournaments. 1 on offer here. It's the second half of the second semi-final here in Riga. It's an errant pass, but Jagas can keep it in. Latvia 23 leading Cameroon 19. Who could book their ticket to the grand final and face Brazil? Davis Bertans with a long shot. He nearly made the one at the end of the first period, so he's right to take it. Jagas, he started the game like a house on fire, couldn't get that one to go. Jeremiah Hill. Quiet start for him, 0 from 4 so far. Can he get his game started? Lomash soars for the rebound and then takes the hit.
if you're a Cameroon fan, you're just willing that shot from Hill to get in some rhythm. It'll just keep Latvia really honest on the way they're playing their defense. Like the way Cameroon have come out very aggressively at the defensive end. They've really forced Latvia not to move the ball and get advantage, but just to keep trying to keep the ball active and movement. And then in the end, Bertrand's had to take like a bit of a prayer at the bottom of the shot clock. So, nice start by Cameroon.
Arthur Jagas. Narase harassing him. And Atiba gets the benefit of it. Bekom, Narase, Barkett.
Wow. The one thing I wasn't expecting was the defense to give Latvia that much of an issue. They wouldn't allow them to settle. Great start to the second quarter. Early timeout for Coach Bonke. Hey, Cameroon believe they can win this.
2 points the margin. Let's watch this defense here by Narase. And he's able to finish it off on the offensive end. All Latvian fans can do is watch. Let's listen. Well, if you're liking the look of Cameroon, it's because Williams Narase has been getting involved. 5 points already for the game, 2 from 2 from the field. He's been doing it defensively as well. Had a quiet start to the tournament, but he's been warming into it very nicely, and he's put his team back within 2 points.
Yeah, he was a big contributor in the Brazil game, got a lot of minutes, and that was a little surprising given his contribution in the first game, but looks like coach has so much confidence in him, and he is literally delivering.
How does Latvia respond out of the timeout? Cameroon get a stop. Can they draw the scores level? Hill loses it. Bekom.
I do like the back court with both Hill and Bekom in it. They're both.
Atiba gets fouled on the 3. He's so dangerous with that quick release.
Well,
so hard to defend.
Well, he has no space to land, so it's a foul. You've got to give him space to land. Latvia got very, very caught up with the officials in the loss to the Philippines, and I can only think it didn't help their cause. And they're getting a little bit caught up with the fact that they believe that they're being penalized for things that the Cameroon aren't in terms of the contact. But there was absolutely that you have to allow someone space to land, and Atiba had nowhere to land, so has a chance to give Cameroon the lead.
Fabian Atiba, the captain, gives Cameroon the lead. Much to the pleasure of the contingent of Cameroon fans in the house.
That's a great little group behind their bench.
Making as much noise as they can up against this Latvian crowd. Lomash, that's much needed.
Almost looks a little 2-3 zone-like for Cameroon. I'm not sure the zone is the answer against Latvia.
Bekom. Can he get it back on level terms? Hill. That shot's not going to work. Still there, and the shot clock runs out. So Mader's under here, kicking it out to Lomash, and he's happy to oblige from long range to get Latvia's first points of the second period. It's the back in front. As you can see, Cameroon have forced 5 turnovers from Latvia, so that's another thing that Coach Boyer would be happy with. Matus driving. Oh, it rattles out. Becom takes the contact. Narase, Hill. This is better from Cameroon. Becom!
Oh. It's that the little trap back to the zone as they employed on the misses. We're going back to man now.
Good hands in there by Narase. Scores level. Semi-final of the Olympic qualifying tournament here in Riga. Matus, Jagas. Tomash, Narase. Shot won't count, much to the dismay of the crowd. We're going to have a sub for the Cameroon team. Williams Narase is going to take a well-deserved rest. And Roger Mutebidias is entering the floor for his first minutes of the game. Jagas with pace, finds Matus. Just needed to finish it off. Jagas did all the work. Hill this time wants to find Mutebidias. Bayehe thought about the triple.
I don't think we've seen him turn down a three this tournament so far.
Becom, he won't turn down a three. Can't knock it down though. Jagas again with the quick step. This time a foul comes Cameroon. So the foul is on Atiba. And we're going to have Roland Schmitz back into the game. He's on those 2 fouls at the moment. Probably not quite getting the delivery he wants from Matus. 0 for 4 from the field so far to start this game.
It's always a calculated risk as such because, you know, they're tied up in the game. Do they need Schmitz to come in or can they deal with it another way? Obviously, Wonky wants pretty much his most physical player on his roster in the game.
Jagas kicks it to Kuruc.
And there's
Schmitz!
Just uses that extra strength to go through the contact and finish the offensive rebound. So important to the roster, so important to the balance of the roster.
Speaking of importance, Jeremiah Hill feeds Mutebidias and then gets it back. Can this get him going? It's well short.
You really have to credit the defense. Shagar's getting over the top of the screen. And then he closed him out really hard, took away the option for the open look. You've got to credit the Latvian defense on Hill. They're making him work so hard.
0 from 8 from the field for Jeremiah Hill so far. Lomash for Latvia. Again, they're going to share it around. Lomash puts the ball to the floor. Can't put it in the hoop. Gets it back. Kuruc. They kick it around again. Bertans loves a long triple! And so does the crowd, so does the bench. It's his bread and butter. He loves it. They get the ball back here. Great drive by Tamanang Sho.
And Sho came in the first time, did that, comes back off the bench, does the same thing. And they have to do that because of the way they're playing Jeremiah Hill. Other people have to put it on the floor and try and get to the ring. And he's done that so well. Got to make the throws, just stop this little run that Latvia put together.
Manos Strolek replaces Antul Jagas after that foul. Coach Boyle lamenting the missed free throw. They need to be on their absolute A game against this Latvian team. So makes the second one count. Strelniks can make an instant impact. Second foul confirmed for Chagas. Schmitz up against Atiba. Kicks it out to Strelnieks. Kurutz can't collect it, ends up with Schmitz. And Bayehe is charged into. So Latvia really taking on Coach Bunky's message at the start of the game and playing physical. Cameroon matching it, so it's a good battle.
And you could say that across all the facets of the game in terms of the way that Cameroon are matching what the questions they're being asked.
They just need Hill to land a shot. That would be the cherry on top. Foul called.
Well, that helps because it puts Latvia into the penalty. But Strelnieks just chased and chased and there was no way. And then Hill has to catch the ball pretty much closer to the halfway line than he does the three-point line. And then he's faced by every direction that Coach Bonke wants him to put the ball on the floor. They force it into areas of the floor where he's going to have less space.
And as Bertan's back on the floor, Atiba spinning, shooting, and just rattles out. Show.
Show. I mean, he had a good NCAA career at Brown. Actually, he had a couple of looks at the Rockets, and it's just, he's come off the bench in this game so much better than he's come across in the other two games. He's exploded in all sorts of ways, not just the penetration, but then you get the effort plays. Getting on the glass, keeping it alive, really has made a big impact on the game in the first half.
5 points, 2 rebounds, he's got the assist as well. He's got the free throw, 1 of 2. Averaging 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in this tournament so far. Gets the second one to go as well. Gets his team back within 2. Latvia in the bonus, 3 players on 2 fouls. Bertans, Strelnieks. Finds Davis under the rim and it gets slapped away from him. Great defense and hustle, and Hill still can't finish.
It's almost like he came down the floor thinking, I should pass this, should pass this. They took away the passes and he just put it under the ring.
And Latvia could punish Cameroon here. They're getting it through heaps of sets of hands once again. Roland Schmitz kicks it out. Davis Bertans! He loves the corner. His 3rd triple of the night, if you don't mind. Haka Bayehe and Show in the Cameroon team respond. Niama has a look. Kurutz collects and runs. Rodions Kurutz goes. Oh, not so much all the way. Show. Not quite the call they would have wanted.
It's one of those frustrations for me. The court doesn't change its size and shape. It doesn't move out on you.
Beautiful shot from Davis Bertans. And the fine from Schmitz was just as good. Celebrates on the deck. Janis Strelnieks. Davis to Schmitz. It just gets away from Strelnieks. And again, they're getting a bit chatty with the refs. Because it means Cameroon walks the floor.
It's just gone out of bounds, right? Yep, just gone out of bounds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they walking the floor for?
It's like, Smith's just fumbled it. There was nothing apart from the fact he fumbled it. They're looking for the official to bail him out on it. Like,
it sucks me in, that's for sure.
oh.
Anyway, Narase and Niyama. Williams, Narase finds some space. Ooh, Bertans fouls. So 2 shots to come.
See, there comes a point where the official has to say, that's enough now. I've made a call. You don't have to debate every call you don't like.
So Williams, Narase at the line.
Davis Bertans does it the right way. He just stands there and everyone knows, but he doesn't chase the referee like Radions Kuric. Radions Kuric had issues with the official in the game day against the Philippines, picked up the tech.
Not going to change the call.
No, they're not. Well, and if you think it's wrong and you can, just, well, okay, challenge it. You know, it's the answer.
So Cameroon can eat away at this lead if they keep getting to the line this last 2 minutes of the half. Narase makes no mistake.
Just have to keep hanging around. The longer it goes on tight, the more pressure there will be on the home club.
Schmitz puts the ball to the floor. Lomash gives it back to Schmitz. Back home. Oh, that's a heavy tumble.
That's Smith's 3rd foul.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It's a big one because, one, that's his 3rd foul, and the gamble, if that's the right way to word it, hasn't quite paid off. They're going to walk the floor to shoot the free throws to make it a 1-point game. And this, the other great thing for the Cameroon is this is all why Jeremiah Hill is off the floor.
And not having a good day as well.
Oh, that's the other crazy thing. But we've mentioned the fact of how well Samir Beckham has done, and he's really has been really consistent, and that's always one of the, in the backcourt, he has to be consistent, he's level, and he's done a really nice job taking care of the ball. They don't turn the ball over very often in Cameroon, they really do take care of it. Just has to pick himself up, dust himself down, and make the throws.
Very good of him to still be upstanding. It did take a while to get up, no doubt.
And then Roland Schmitz is not a small guy to get hit by, but he's a 75% free throw shooter, has made the first, looking solid. His body's all over the floor. I don't want to get a call on this one.
So the foul on Narase from Cameroon this time. That's the team's 4th foul of the period. Just a bit too much intensity on the rebound effort there. Two-point margin. 2 minutes left in the opening half. Davis Bertans getting extended minutes. He's already at 13, 14 minutes. That's not been the normal way that they've rotated in the first half of games. And I know he's making shots. Coach Bunky's pretty, not stuck in his rotations, but he's fairly consistent early in games. Strelnick's trying to run away from Show. Lomash with pace. Maedis has to just loop it back to him. Long range triple rattles out. Latvia ball.
So Coach Boyer and his staff have done a really great job in preparing this. The sort of ghost screen and the flare action that Bertans is bread and butter and doing a really nice job at taking that away and forcing Latvia to look at another option or look at different options.
Gonna have official review here. Let's take a listen.
We are going to review which team calls the out of bounds, okay?
Comes off his head, right?
Yeah. One red. Go back, frame by frame this. Okay, red.
Close
Go. Red. Okay, go. Don't go back. Go. Okay, the last touch was the white play, and we confirmed decision the ball for the red team. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Gatto, show!
Great to have access to the referees, get insights into their decisions. It's going to be a Latvian ball from the baseline, as you heard. They lead by 2, with a minute and a half left in this opening half. Matus to Strelniks. To Bertan's catch and shoot. Narase with the rebound. Becom.
Got a little worried there. Thought he'd thrown it out of bounds, but Becom recovered.
Still with it, Samir Becom. Miyama. Bit of an awkward sequence there for Cameroon. Comes up the feet of Narase, Latvia ball. Latest Bertans wanted Strelniks, sorry. Here is Strelniks. Matus, Lomash, crowd rose. He drove, but he still scored. What can Cameroon do to finish the half? Bayehe. Guarded by Matus, rises up. Narase ends up with it. It's a good offensive rebound. He has to go though, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Williams, Narase! He did it in the first period. He comes up clutch in the second as well. Timeout called, Cameroon within 1. He got the offensive rebound, Williams, Narase, and then saw the shot clock expiring, said, I'm not having any of that. I can put this up and knock it down. Let's take a listen.
Avoid the sideline. Kick the ball ahead. Kick the ball back in the middle. We finish. Downside.
Šī būs dominē tagad jautājums. Kurš sektors var būt visskaļākais, atziet? Šeit skan labi, kas ir šeit?
Cameroon fans getting up and about. They've outscored Latvia 16 points to 13 in this second period, thanks to that Williams Narase 3 that we just saw before the timeout. And they're keeping themselves in this. There's a small contingent of fans in the arena, but they are rising to the occasion and getting behind their team as they vie for a spot in the final of this Olympic qualifying tournament in Riga. 3 from 3 from Williams Narase. Played a big part in keeping his team in it. But now it's Latvia's turn, 20 seconds left. Can they extend their lead on the eve of half-time? Lomash up against Shaw. Shaw keeps right with him, and then Lomash steps back, knocks it down. That is so tough. Becom can't get it up in time. And Latvia can take a 3-point lead into the main break in front of their home fans here in Riga. And at halftime, it is Latvia 38, leading Cameroon 35.
Well, if you're Cameroon, if someone had said going at half-time 3 down, you'd have taken it, especially when they've got really minor contributions points-wise out of Jeremiah Hill. Numbers-wise, only 23% from 3, but somehow they've managed to stay in the game. And you've got to credit them in the way that they've actually competed, protected the ring. Narase with 10, that's just not the scout report that he was going to go out and lead the scorers. We see him going out of the floor. He was absolutely fundamental to keeping this Cameroon lineup in the game because he took it at the defense. Now there's the matchup between the guys, and they are key players, but 0 for 9 and 0 for 2. That's always going to be the way with Latvia. Is it your turn today or someone else's? It's other people today for Latvia. Jeremiah here has tried to take responsibility. He's picked up his 4 boards. He's come up with a couple of assists. He just can't get a drop. He gets one to drop, he'll be fine.
Well, the second quarter best plays, it was a really close battle in the second period. 16 points to 15 in favor of Cameroon but it's been such a fun game to watch. It's been really offensive power. Defense started to come into that one a bit more, and physicality as well started to come into it too.
Yeah, and I think what I've really liked about Latvia is at times in the game where they looked like they were beginning to control things, they've shared the ball like a Latvian team. They've moved it really well. They haven't completed the play. They haven't finished plays around the ring, and they've missed a lot of opportunities around the ring. Most of the time they've stayed with that. They look such a good team when they do that you're going to back them to get enough good shots, and they'll make shots, and they'll possibly get the win. The other way, though, I think the Cameroon have worked out, this is how we're going to play our defense. We'll help from the weak side, we'll try and protect the ring, and then if they make shots, then all beer. Only Bertans has come off and consistently knocked down shots. Other people have made 1 or 2 in a row and then haven't managed to follow it through. So that you can see what the Cameroon have decided to accept and what they haven't. What the Cameroon are not used to doing is playing at that level relentlessly for a whole game. They've got to come out in this third quarter and stay in the game. If they do that, this is going to go all the way down to the fourth quarter. Great job by the Cameroon. Tremendous job.
All capped off by Williams Narase and Rihaz Lomash for Latvia. We have got a battle on our hands at the end of the first half. Do not go anywhere. It's Latvia 38 leading Cameroon 35.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Webster catches, turns, misses. Is this the 10th assist? Yeah. It gets the triple-double with the full court heave.
Play it out. As Alvarado has it. Alvarado looking to put the nail in the coffin. Deep three. Hey! Hey! Jose Alvarado. Nasty. It's San Juan.
Don't have a play it down. Fine. Spellman goes up. Oh my goodness! Amari Spellman with the throwdown.
Here's Lopez. Great move!
Lopez rising up and crushing the orange.
I did not see that coming. I didn't see that one. I did not see that.
Dawic trying to penetrate, goes in, finds a did it. What a play, what a time. Sublime primetime time coming from Sergio Dawic.
Need a big body out there to contend with Katsev. But how about Shengelia?
Can't guard him. Shengelia, with the lineup they have at the moment, one of the front liners got a matchup that they can just go at.
Backs it in. Stoll on the push. Down the lane is Jaime. Up top! And Ibarra hammers it home. Josh Ibarra with the sledgehammer.
Now with South Sudan having qualified for the Olympics and just kind of basically exploded on the scene, they're going to be the favorites wherever they play, right?
Oh my, the alley-oop to Papagiannis.
The vision from Coletas, probably the best lob thrower in all of Europe. Papagiannis, what a threat.
No call.
Pass.
Yes. Oh my word! Iana Phineas with authority on the glass.
Iago Bidias missed the shot. Never stop playing though. That could be a key play as this game develops.
Maxuni now wants to go inside. That's it. Back to Salah. Hesitates. Nowhere to go here. Down good. Oh my goodness! Key toss. Thank you, as they would say in Suomi. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back to Riga for this entertaining Olympic qualifying tournament game between Cameroon and Latvia. It's Latvia leading the way by 3 points at halftime, but Williams Naraser from Cameroon has stood up for his team today with 10 points so far. He's only averaged 7.5 points per game before today, so it's a great effort to be scoring this much so quickly.
And his numbers are good. He's been really, really efficient. You know, he's not missed a field goal in that half. And then he's rebounded. He's had a really solid all-round game. And someone had to because of Jeremiah Hill's issues. And the issues are not because he's not trying as such, but he's 0 for 8 because as soon as he has the basketball, Latvia is just all over, stopping him getting any rhythm going.
Taking a look at his shot chart as well. Hasn't missed. And that deep triple was the highlight, wasn't it?
Oh, the one where he got his own rebound, dribbled it out, and then he said, "It's all right, don't worry, I've got this."
He stood up for his team with authority tonight so far. They're back out onto the floor, trying to eat away at this 3-point deficit, this Cameroon team. 35 plays 38 at the moment. And you can see their assist leaders. Narase leading the way in points and rebounds. Hill's got the 2 assists, which is important for his game. We've spoken about the need for him to get involved, and if he keeps chipping away, eventually it'll come.
Yeah, and he's rebounded as well. It's the disappointing one and the most worrying one was when he actually went to the ring and still missed a wide, well, to the extent wide open shot. And he's gonna, as long as he doesn't start trying to look for shots, he's got to let the game come to him, and coach has got to find ways to get him an open look. And his teammates have to recognize that as well. Latvia, it's a little strange because Shagaz was great at the beginning of the game. And then when he came back, he was a little bit off it. Zorix came off the bench, nails his first 3, and then he started to. But then they got into that ball movement, and they looked so good. And they just, a couple of times around the ring, didn't finish the play. And it's every time they get like that and Cameroon have a chance to get into transition, that keeps Cameroon more than interested. It keeps them believing that they're in the game. One of the things that they never did in the World Cup was doubt the way they played. And if they stay with the way they play, it doesn't matter who they were playing. Whether it was the 3 to try and tie it to win the game against Germany, or the comeback win over France, or whatever game it was, they played that way, and everybody made shots out of that system. This is a little different because they've had less time to prepare, but they're getting there, and that's why I was really impressed with the way it looked when they started to move the basketball in periods of that first quarter. That's ominous for Cameroon, ominous if Latvia win this for the final as well for their opponent.
We have Slomash as their leading scorer so far with the 11 points. You know, on night 1 it was Manix's night, on night 2 it was Kudux's night. Tonight so far it's Slomash. We thought at the start, like we said, it was going to be Jargas. It's just like being basketball for you. They just respect the rotations, they play for each other, and that's why it's so hard to scout them as well if you're Team Cameroon, because who do you pay more attention to? Who do you look at a bit more? It's just, they've got weapons everywhere.
And the only thing they've struggled at is that around the ring, Schmitz made some, but then missed. Then Kuritz missed. Then everybody missed. And if they're not getting those inside looks out of ball movement, the balance scoring-wise has changed. And the other thing that was effective, obviously, was the fact that Cameroon protected the ring there as well. So that gets in your head. If someone's had a couple of big blocks and you're going up on the inside, you're not just focusing on making the shot. However much coaches and people on the sidelines like us will say you should, it is that fact you've got to be aware of where the block might come from. I think there's so many good signs for the Cameroon. I'll still, if Latvia pass the ball like they have, I still think this is their game to win. The crowd will get them over the line and that'll set them up for a final against Brazil, but it's by no means a done deal.
Absolutely not. Brazil obviously getting the win in the first semi-final. My man there can't bear to watch. He's already had enough. It's too stressful, isn't it?
Oh.
Riding the waves of the U team.
And that's the point, isn't it, what we were talking about earlier on. This crowd, if they start to get worried, that translates it onto the floor. So let's now take a listen to both coaches before they go out at the start.
You got to put on them on the get-go. I want this to you. All right? Ball. Right. All right? Let's run that. So be a little bit more there. So we can go to that and attack. All right? On pass the ball right, we got to shoot with confidence. Let's shoot with confidence. Let's make play. And let's stop with that. Speed up the game.
The one word of caution for any Cameroon fan watching this was that second half against Brazil, where Brazil just shut them down. Ended up with something like a 21-point half, and the 21-point half here gets them to 56. They're not winning with 56. You know, they've got to have the same confidence and productivity they had in that first half against the Latvian team. It's going to be relentless.
Gearing up for the second half here in Latvia. And it tips off to Cameroon. Down by 3 at the moment. Samir Bekom gives it to Bayehe. Can they level the scores early on and assert some authority? Or can they get within 1? Iaga Bidias, the deep triple. Bayehe, good boards, good putback.
That's a tough rebound because he just walked the defense under the ring. Couldn't get boxed out. Super job on the glass.
1-point ball game. Datus Bertans, Kuruts. Wants some help. He needed it in the end. Iaga Bidias was too good.
That almost sums up the game, doesn't it? Because they couldn't help off because it was Dalby Spurtwell waiting to shoot the 3. But then Zurich makes a great move and can't finish at the ring again. And it's that percentage around the ring could come back and haunt them in this game.
So Giannis Timmer on the bench, yet to see him in this game.
Yeah, that's true.
Datus Bertans. Matus. Jagas. Started off the first term brilliantly. 6 points. Team's first 6 points. Gets rid of his defender, and Matus finishes it off.
Super action. They just pulled the defense out of the middle.
Hill feeds Bekom, who feeds Ebwa. And you can see this here from Jagas. Lovely dish, and Matus happily finishes it off with the slam in front of the home fans. So it'll be a Cameroon ball from the baseline. Hill finds Bekom, finds Bayehe. Bekom, 3 points to his name so far. That falls short, he gets his own rebound and then gets fouled. So 2 early fouls for Latvia. The physicality is continuing.
And that's not great because both rebounds weren't exactly someone skying or getting a lot. It's just they didn't put enough effort and box out on the shot, and that's not Latvian basketball. You don't get anything easy, and Bekom got an easy rebound here.
So Bertans on 2 fouls. He joins the 2-foul club. There's a few players sitting on that number at the moment for Latvia. Iaga Bidias. It falls back in Cameroon hands. Can Jeremiah Hill get his first bucket of the night? No! 0 from 10 now. Jagas. To Bertans. Here are the sets of hands we love about Latvian basketball, but Datus can't finish off the work. Bekom with the step, the pace, and the finish.
Wow. You don't get back, I'm going to take it at you. And that's exactly what it did. No one stopped or slowed the ball down at all. He just went hard.
He's up to 5 points, Samir Bekom. How did Latvia respond? Jagas giving Bekom a bit of work. Ebwa, strong hands. Gives it to Hill. Bayehe wants to get to work on Matus. Still with Bayehe. Now gets himself into a hole.
Ooh.
And a foul comes. 2 shots for Bayehe. 3rd team foul for Latvia.
But he's not straight up, catches his arm. And I've seen absolutely 0 issues with what the referees are calling in the game at all. Chance to lead the game for Cameroon now.
6 players from Latvia on 2 or more fouls. big decisions to come potentially for Coach Bunky if they keep this up. Bayehe knocks down the second.
His biggest decision for me is when does he put Schmitz back? Because they don't really have anyone like him.
Bertans. Bayehe. Can Cameroon hit the front again? Becom to Bayehe to Hill. Hill puts the ball to the floor. Ayaga Bidias gets caught up. Great pressure by Latvia. They swarmed on him.
And the thing about, we saw this earlier in the game, when Hill penetrates, everyone collapses. Becom is standing there absolutely wide open, and he tries to make the pass and this sort of alley-oop type option, throw it to Becom and back him to make the open look.
Matu Chagas. Mendes. Oh, Airport beats him. My word.
Again, the arena goes absolutely silent.
Oh, he would have loved to have finished it off on the offensive end. Edwards not messing around tonight, neither is the Cameroon team. Another stop.
And Chagas is going to be taken out after, just again, takes it to the halfway line, gets caught.
Edwards. Not today, my friend. This may be your house, but that's my ball. He means business tonight. Becom. Can Cameroon retake the lead in front of a hostile crowd? Hill travels. Great defense by Bertans.
Oh, yeah. And if there's, this is my worry about Hill now. The last couple of plays, he's been trying to look to make plays. He's already drawn 2 defenders. They just have to move the ball out of that. They move the ball out of that, especially early in the offense. He could even get it back. He's got to recognize the attention he's getting and ship the ball out of that area of the floor.
Chris Zodic's back into the game. Lomash out there too. One way, then the other. Double teamed. Matus, Zodix. Bertans. Bucket! He's doing it all tonight, defensively, offensively. Puts his team back in front by 3. 12 points, his 4th triple of the night. Bayehe tries to feed Hill, luckily he catches onto it. Can't make the tough shot, it wasn't the right one to take. Cameroon ball. Mute Bidias is going to come into the game.
Might be an idea just for coach to take Jeremiah Hill out and just say what we're saying here. Just get it moving early. You might get it back, but don't go into those double team congested areas. Move the ball out of there.
Narasser, the main man, back on the floor. Becom. Mute Bidias. Can he get involved? That's all glass. Latvia ball. So just got to be careful now, Cameroon, not to rush into their shots.
Or the last time they ran nothing and settled for a bad 3. If you take it like Show did, attack that defense and try and actually create advantage out of it, not just pass it around in front of you. You've got to try and turn it.
Zodix. Oh! They're coming from everywhere. No basketball is safe in this arena. Jeremiah Hill this time, from behind. Latvia Get a chance from the baseline now. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Matus has an open look. Makes no mistake. Latvia starting to get a bit of a roll. Cameroon need to respond. They've been 0 from 6 from three-point range this period alone. Can they go inboard? Use the paint. Narase. Butevidias misses the dunk. Oh, and Kuruc, I think in the paint, just elbowed his defender, committed the foul, offensive foul.
He had a massive advantage. No reason to do what he did.
Third foul, Streltunc back on the floor. So Beckham. Butevidias. Narase and Hill. Two of their main playmakers combined. Narase. Matus dubs it to Lomash, and they're off and running once again. Hill fouls.
It's one of those moments where Coach Aboye might want to use a timeout, because his team is really, it's out of any sort of structure now. It's a little bit too free, and they're missing shots around the ring even. It's a good idea to take Hill out, I think. And Schoen, in particular in that first half, was the guy that really attacked and got himself to the ring.
Potentially big news there with Fabian Atiba heading to the change rooms. A medical assistant there, but Lomash not concerned at all. Knocking down baskets for fun.
Well, that's 8-0. Since they tied it at 40, they haven't had a great look at all. Cameroon.
Butevidias fouled by Matus.
Well, that's one way to tick it over, because obviously Latvia have been in the penalty for a while. The other reason they should still be being aggressive on the with the basketball.
It's a lovely look from Lomash.
Yeah.
He's had a fantastic game. 13 points, 5 from 8 from the field. Matus now has 3 fouls. Butevidias breaks the run of Latvian baskets. The first free throw. Averaging 3 points per game and a rebound as well. Goes 2 from 2 at the line. 3 minutes left in the third. Sodix. Here's Streltunc from the corner. Matus nearly. Chance for Cameroon now to go from coast to coast, and Klaus Chavas is going to get back into the game. Matus is going to be the one to take the seat on those 3 fouls, like I mentioned.
Looks like they're going to keep rolling Smits till the 4th.
Five-point game. Cameroon cut the deficit. Narase getting around Bertans. That is a fantastic move.
Bertans gave him the middle. Not really where you want him to go, because he's such an athlete. He's going to be tough to stop if you let him get to the middle of the ring.
Chavas also tough to stop. Lomash, the leading scorer for tonight. Sodix. Fouled on the way in. So 2 shots to come.
Well, they've stopped the bleeding, haven't they? It was a little 8-0 run. And they've stopped the bleeding by being aggressive, attacking the ring from either the block or on the penetration. Hill's going to come back.
Becom takes the seat.
Hill had one of these tough games individually, offensively, when they won the pre-Olympic qualifying spot in the tournament in Nigeria. But in that game, he came up with double-digit assists. He was creating for everyone else. If he gets back to that mindset, that could be a real factor. Can't force things against this Latvian team. Cannot force it. Share it. Try and create the open look for your teammate.
Zodics didn't play the first game. 10 points, I should say, in the second. Makes both free throws. Puts his team up by 6. Tamanang Sho into the game. Hill crossing over Zodics. They can't get the rebound, and Kuruc with speed. Let's Lomash take care of it. So that's 0 from 12, as you can see from Jeremiah Hill now. Lomash though. Bayehe. Under 2 minutes left in the third period. Mute Bidias now for Cameroon. Hill, what does he do this time? Oh, feeds Bayehe! And he gets it down with authority.
There's the example. The defense gets so focused on him, he finds the right pass.
Zodics and Chavas. Happy to share it around. Lomash can't break free. Has to go for the long-range triple. It's good defense from Cameroon.
They called a foul, and Wadian's Kurtz, why? Why? You're like 20-odd meters from the basket, and you want to reach on that, and you're going to walk the floor and give them an opportunity to cut it to a 2-point game. Just when you felt Latvia were trying to exert a little bit of control on this, Cameroon have found a way to get back.
His 4th foul as well, so he's going to need to sit. Schmitz, as we know, on those 3 fouls, he still hasn't returned to the game since committing that 3rd foul. But Bayehe, no such trouble, sends it upstairs. And Sho can perhaps put his team within 2 if he can be successful at the free throw line here. First one is good to go. Coach Aboya can only watch. Crowd doing everything they can to put Tamanang Sho off. He's had a lovely game so far with the 8 points. That one's not quite there, but he gets fouled again on the offensive rebound. And that's just what he does. Never stops fighting. And you could say that for a lot of the Cameroon players. Spoken up Becom. Hill's still working hard, even though he's missed. It's been a great effort.
They have not stayed in this game because they've been shooting great or whatever. They've outworked Latvia, and there's not many teams in world basketball can say that. They've been on the glass. Defensively, they've been exceptional in their help and rotations.
So Sho goes 1 from 2. Zodics.
Oh. There was nothing, there was no intent around it, but I think with a little bit of contact, and I think he rolled his ankle.
It's on the floor. I think it's going to be okay. All the hearts around the arena just dropped a bit. See there, nothing wrong with that. It's just a bit of an awkward landing, a bit of an awkward bit of contact.
Well, here comes the Roland Smith's card with 53 seconds to go in the third. I do think he could be absolutely vital for Latvia in this with the 4th quarter coming up.
Lomash looking for Bertans. Kicks it back to Davis. The ankle looks fine. Schmitz, can he get involved straight away? Of course he can! It's the right card to pull at the right time. Latvia back up 4. Hill. A lot of movement. Exotic still with him. Elects to go now, Hill, and pull the trigger. One way, then the other. Jeremiah Hill still can't get it to go. It did everything but go in. The arrow falls Cameroon's way. It's a good effort by Bertans with that ankle, as we know. Harris has been so good on the offensive boards, but this time Latvia were up to the task.
Bayehay did a nice job with Hill, just like calmed him down.
Chavas in for Smits.
Yeah, that's a good call to take him out with the last defensive possession.
And we're seeing Giannis Timmer for the first time. So everyone on the bench gets used in this game for Latvia. Larase! Oh my word! He's the last second specialist in this game. How was he left free? How did he make himself free? He wasn't really left free, he found a way.
It's a decent foul. I don't know if it's a great option for Hill to foul, but it's a good foul because it only needs him 10. Only needs him 2 seconds to get something away.
Schmitz back on for the offensive set here. Hill's second foul. Latvia up by 2. Can they extend their lead?
Called it a technical foul for the flop.
Big call.
There's 0.6 of a second on the clock. Why? Yeah, why does Show do it? It's just play defense. He's already been warned, obviously, because otherwise there wouldn't have been a straight tee.
There you go. 0.6 seconds here. Momash at the line. So much tension around the arena at the moment. The referee's still talking it over.
I'm not sure what they're going to review. They're still saying that the foul is on Show as a technical because he had been warned. So I don't know why both teams have gone to huddles because there's no reason to stop the game.
The referee's getting them back on the court now.
Single shot, they have 0.6 to perhaps get something at the end of the third.
It's where they needed Tiba. Going to investigate what's happened with him. Still on the sideline trying to perhaps get himself ready, but something's happened with him injury-wise. Have not seen him in this third period. Just making sure it's still 0.6. The crowd take the opportunity to get behind their team. The drums, the flags. It's a spectacle here in Riga. Catch and shoot time for Straltic. Can't make it count. But we have got it all to play for in the fourth period. It's a 3-point buffer at the end of the third. Winner goes through to the final of this Olympic qualifying tournament. At the end of the third quarter, it's Latvia 53, leading Cameroon 50.
How are the Cameroon in this game at 15% from 3?
It's amazing.
And then you just have to look at all the other factors. You know, they're rebounding really well. protecting the ring really well. And they're at that lower percentage because Jeremiah Hill is on 0 for 12, 0 for 13. And I cannot believe he will go pointless from the floor in this game. So you're down 3 and your main man is going to make shots. You know he's going to make shots in the fourth quarter. Everybody else keeps doing what they're doing and they have a real shot at this. A real shot. Because Latvia are only sneaking over that 30% line from the three-point with a three-point shot. It's not enough to put the game away. And that's what Hill has to do more of. Facilitate for other people. But Schmitz now could be as the biggest factor in the game if he gets to, he will finish plays around the ring better than anyone else in that Latvian uniform.
3 points between Latvia and Cameroon. The crowd trying to inject some energy into their team to help them hold on to this lead and make it through to the final of this tournament in their home city. Courtside 1891 as you go to your stream schedules and scores from here and around the world. All to play for here in the fourth. Who will meet Brazil in the final? Will it be Latvia? Will it be Cameroon? The 6th ranked team versus the 68th ranked team. 53 plays 50 here at Arena Riga. Instant foul. And the physicality continues in this game.
Latvia will still do Latvian things for the whole game. They'll trust each other. They will work to get the open look and then back each other to make it. The one thing they've got to add to that is giving some inside touches.
Jagas back to run the point. Straltic spinning around 3 Cameroon defenders, can't get past any. Lomas show.
It's just not Latvian basketball to try and be aggressive over the ring. Just Straudins would normally have shot that. Wide open space, the whole defense was down with Zagas.
Jeremiah Hill, 0 from 13. Make that 0 from 14, unfortunately for him.
Still think that issue is he's starting to look for things.
Lomas has no problem on the other end. Extends the lead to 5. Narase, he's been a real positive for Cameroon. Niama. Show. They try to make something happen. And again, Latvia gets in the way. They've come out with intent.
They just contained every player there. No one got turned. That's how we've come to expect Latvia to play defense.
2.2 seconds left on the shot clock. Narase free again, takes another bounce. Can't knock it down. Jagas and Lomas have been working together brilliantly. Schmitz misses. Niama and Show. Partner up in the back corner, the Show takes it on. Narase, can he get it this time? No, he steps on the line. Frustration from the fans.
Better look. Got to keep trying to get those open looks. And also they've done a really good job at closing out those long closeouts. But the ball's got to get moved and create those long closeouts.
Straltic, Schmitz, Jagas back to start things again. Big foul there.
It's a great cut by Slaughter. Really did put his body deep, and then the only way he could have got prevented from getting it was to be pulled to the floor.
So Latvia can go again here. 3 fouls for show. Oh, Matus all on his own. Can't convert it. Very odd for Matus not to knock those sort of shots down.
It's almost too open. But
Show just holding his face at the moment. Mute Bidias ready to come on. So the arena just comes to a hush. As Show's able to get up and resume and walk over to the bench, potentially for some treatment. 9 points and 6 rebounds for Tamanang Show. They need him back out there. Hopefully he's okay. Jeremiah Hill. Bayehe. Oh, it just falls out for him. And Latvia can extend their 5-point lead. Straltic. Still Straltic. Fouled. 2 to come. So Alta Straltic heads to the line. The leading scorer in the first game. Bayehe's second foul.
well, Straltic has been really aggressive in this fourth quarter. He's had the opportunity to just take it strong. And I'm saying, why not pass it to Schmitz? He's wide open, but he's got all the way to the ring. He's taken the contact, makes the free throws, and he really has been a factor earlier on, and that's going to make it a 7-point advantage. Relatively low scoring game, and we're in the fourth, so Cameroon need to get it to tick over.
First points of the game for Straltic. What a time to make them. Crowd rises. Hill still can't get it to go. Lomash comes up with it. Jagas. How much damage can they do here, Latvia? Matus, Schmitz, Jagas. Lomash now pulls the trigger.
Wow, they are living and dying by it still.
They're caught one way, then the other. Just had no friends to go with him.
That's a super defensive effort, just carried on back in the straight line. Beckham made no attempt to change the direction, and look where the contact is, outside, all the way on the chest.
So it feels like more, but it's only been 4 points to 0 in this fourth quarter.
Well, it's the fact this 4-0 show, both teams are still struggling to get anything going offensively in a regular way.
So offensively powered at the start of the game. We knew eventually the teams would tire. But to this extent, Schmitz changes the narrative. 10-point lead for Latvia. Roland Schmitz steps up to the plate, as he does so many times with his team. The corner is his friend. Makes the count, gives his team a 10-point lead. And the crowd rise to their feet. A crucial timeout for Cameroon. Coach Aboya has no option there. Has to do it. How do they find their way back into this game?
Well, the thing they've got a problem with now, and any team will have against Latvia, you'll know what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and penetrate and kick and move the ball. And even though it hasn't been working for them to the level they wanted to, that's what they'll go back to. They'll go back to what they know best and what they believe in. So they penetrate, give it to Schmitz. And we've seen Schmitz earlier in the week starting to doubt himself a little bit and not taking it, never doubted then. Sharp end of the game, gets his feet dead set and knocks it down. And what The way that Cameroon have stopped that up until now is by defending the ball really well, not getting turned. And what they've really done going the other way is to really get inside and be aggressive going to the ring. And in the last few moments, they haven't been able to do this. There's the penetration, he's wide open, drew the help on the ball side. Too much time, too much space. The help has got to come from the other side of the floor, especially against a team like Latvia.
Schmitz has got himself up to 9 points for the game. Still sitting on those 3 fouls. But Luka Bunker's done a perfect job in managing him to have him here for the big moment of the game. How did Cameroon respond out of the timeout? Hill 0 from 15. It's quite remarkable.
It's unbelievable.
Can he turn the tide here? No! Streltic off and running for Latvia. Fouled.
If there's ever a time where it's clear that a player is trying too hard, it's Jeremiah Hill now. The more mistake, the more issues, the more he'll try even harder.
It's also Cameroon's 5th team foul, so sending Latvia to the line with 6 minutes to go in the game, it's pretty worrying for them.
The only positive they have is that Latvia are lighting it up either, so even though they've got no points in pretty much 4 minutes, they're still only 10 down, 11 down. They've had runs already in this game, Cameroon.
Let's not forget the run they went on against Brazil. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible. But a lot of that was down to the man, Jeremiah Hill.
Here he is here. Willing himself to get into the game. Stepping back on Schmitz. This time it drops! Finally! Hill gets his first points of the game, and what a time to make them. Lomash. Jagas. Can they continue to punish them? Becom collided into.
But Hill, this could be the greatest 6 minutes of Jeremiah Hill's basketball career if he could just build on those two. They've scored, they get a stop, it's already back to 10, they've got an opportunity to get back to 7. I don't think this team ever knows when it's beat.
Samir Becom bringing it down. Ebua. Iaga Bidias. He's had a nice tournament. Can he stand up for his team? Paul Ebua against Maedis. Nearly completed the move. And Lomash with the pace.
Schmitz wanted the alley-oop, didn't throw it. Now he's got a chance to get it in the block.
Still calling for it, Schmitz, and gets it. Kicks it out to Jagas. Thought about the 3. Schmitz. Roland Schmitz carrying the team on his back at the moment. Hill trying to do the same. Bayehe steps into it. Can't knock it down. Ebua to Hill. Great offensive rebound. Hill's had no room to move all game and still can't find way through. Every shot's had a hand or some sort of pressure. You can see a T-bar on the spin bite there in the background. You'd love for him to try and make his way on. We'll have to find out what the concern is for him post-game. Lomash misses a shot.
Got to run, haven't they, in transition? The defense isn't back, they'll take the foul, which is still the most frustrating thing you watch as a fan, and from where we're sitting, that stops the break. Great thing for the Latvian team for him to do it.
So subs from both teams. Zodix is going to replace Jagas. Zodix with the 5 points for the game. Bayehe and Becom are going to make their way off. And Williams, Narasep and Show back on the floor. So 2 good moves for Cameroon if they're to get back into this game.
Both those guys have been absolutely key to those 52 points.
Hill finds Ebois. Triple teams, still finds a way, and one!
Tough, just tough.
It's been the theme of his game, Paul Ebois, whether it's blocks, whether it's rebounds, and now he's made the shot. He gets the chance to get an extra one. His heart and soul. This gets them back to single digits. 4 minutes left in the game. Can he do it? Yes. Gets it up after 6 points. Sonics moving with pace. You can see Lomash confirmed with the 4 fouls. He's still staying out there. Ebois nearly had it. Made a Straltinch. Shot clock down to 5. Iago Bidias right there with him and forces the turnover. Hill gets it to go. It was nervous moments. Does Cameroon have a bit of life left in them? Timeout call, 57 plays 64. Iago Bidias forced the turnover. Ebois fed Hill. Just able to finish it off. Really wanted to hang off that rim, but thought better of it. He's 2 from 18. I'm just going to finish the shot.
The question for the Cameroon now is they've had a little bit of the success when they run that trap. They need to get the ball out of the hands and out of the rhythm so they could show that, because at the end of the day, Latvia will do the same things. They'll move the ball and start and shoot. So if they could generate some pressure around the halfway line, they've used that in the competition so far. But the most important thing, if they've got to challenge shots, but it's got to be one and done. Can't let anything that Latvia do get action on the glass so they get more than the one shot. But they've been very effective in that little 1-2-1-1 trap that they put on the floor. What they go out of it coming back is a debate. But I don't think it matters, because Latvia will always do the same type of thing. They've got to back themselves and contest the shot. Don't think man-to-man they'll make too much happen. That trap's been very effective for them. Interesting to see if Coach Zaboya uses it.
11 points for Roland Schmitz. He's been rolling. Can he keep it going? Can his team keep it going? 3.5 minutes left for a place in the final of this Riga Olympic qualifying tournament. Brazil awaiting one of these two teams. Schmitz again finds himself free. It was a bit too easy in the end. And it gives Cameroon a golden opportunity, but Hill misses the pass.
When he looked, it was there. When he looked back and let go of it, Bertans had got in the lane. Lomas had got in the lane. Bertans had got in the lane. Both Bertans on the floor. He's gone very experienced as Luka Monkey.
Zodek's making his way through.
I just don't think that if man-to-man they're going to make enough happen. It's only a 7-point game with the 2 shots to come.
And Rodion's Kuduks, a crucial time here for Team Latvia. Kuduks with the 4 fouls. Just the 1 point for the game.
They're going to go a little bit bigger at the defensive end is how it looks. And I just don't see the man-to-man working for Cameroon right now. Zorix and Strelniks will handle it. And if you've got a Rodion Skuritz or a Davis Bertlan on the floor, they'll always come up open.
Zorix has had a good shooting night tonight.
Luka Zorix, he's looked like the guy that played at the World Cup tonight. Very assured, has it, made great decisions, but...
Just as we build him up.
Oh, they rip it out of Roland Smith's hands.
Big chance here for Cameroon. Narose, he's been the man. Gives it to Iago Bidias. Tamanang Show up against Kuduts. They brought him on to be big. How big can he be? Bayahe for 3. It falls short. They still get it back, Cameroon. Hill for the deep triple.
Oh, with a board.
Iago Bidias!
Oh, where did he come from? What a board, and they just outworked Latvia. They just will not go away.
6-point game, 2 minutes left. It's anyone's ball game so far. A player down in the background. I think they're going to have to stop.
Where he is, they have to stop it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's been such a physical game. And I think it's Nadasen. It's not the player that you want down.
Let's see what happened. He was on his own. There was no... just looked like he just lost a leg. Oh, and he has lost one of his... Yeah, he looks like he's in a very... not in a great place right now.
Okay, we would like to review possible act of violence, okay? Give me this camera.
Wow.
Give me this left. This side, hand left. Okay, give me that. He missed the bottom by himself. Okay. He missed the after review, the contact don't go for the unsportsmanlike foul. We continue game for the red ball. Okay, same time, 15 seconds. I have a chance to check. Same on your side will be, okay? No, look.
So just about everything has happened in this game. Have you heard the result from the referees?
Well, let's hope he's okay, because he went over on his own, and sometimes that's always worse.
So huge, off the floor.
Huge loss for them with 2 minutes to go.
And not forgetting Atiba. We haven't seen him in the whole second half. He's getting the work done on the sideline now. It's a good opportunity for Latvia without him on the floor to put this game away. Zodics fouled on the approach, 2 to come. He's found a way of getting to the free throw line. It's been so important for them. So Krista Zodics, the 6 points. Made us just making sure he got the number right. And he's going to head onto the floor for Bertans. 4th foul for show. 6-point margin. Oh, Zodics misses the first. Crowd weren't expecting that.
It's a big shot, makes it a 3-possession game.
From 5 from the line tonight. Doesn't make a mistake on the second.
They can't rush, but they've got to go. They can't spend too much time with it. If they've got the open look.
So Bidias can't convert. Lomash fouled. And again, they get to walk. So Iago Bidias, the second foul. This is what they can't do. They can't let Latvia keep going to the free throw line. Time going to start to really come against them. 1:42 left in the game. Hasn't Lomash been just fantastic tonight? 16 points. Yep. In a team where everyone shares around the scoring, and they still have, to be fair. He's just taken on the role and gone to work.
Well, again, we've said before, you're never quite sure which Latvian player is going to be the player. We know Lomash is a scorer. Hasn't taken bad looks.
9-point ball game. Hill, Iago Bidias. Latvia ball.
And Lomash's effort on that, let's forget his scoring. Outsized out everything, just would not give up his space. running out of possessions now, Cameroon.
So Bertens comes on for a bit of offensive firepower. Bertens with the 12 points for the game. Can Latvia get back out to a double-digit lead and make it incredibly difficult for Cameroon? Can they get one step closer to the final? The crowd starts to rise to their feet around the arena. Bertens! Cameroon breathe a sigh of relief. Timeout called. 1:06 left in this game. Latvia lead at 68-59. Big timeout here for Coach Aboya.
Two things. One thing, just to review the last play or so, we always said they're going to do the same thing. They move it, move it. Smits knows he's not going to shoot as Bertens, so he gives the ball up. This Latvian team is beginning to look more and more like the World Cup team. But now for this Cameroon team, that I assume that advance it, they need something where it's get Hill involved in the screen, because the guy coming off the screen could end up more open. They need a quick shot out of the play. And then I still think their best way of making things happen is that little trap, because man-to-man it's been beaten far too easily. Still time, over a minute, it's only a 3-possession game. They score on this, 2 possessions, still a minute. It's never done. And we've had so many surprises, upsets, performances here in Riga. Why wouldn't we have an even bigger one for them to come back from this down with 1:06 to go?
68th ranked team in the world going up against the 6th ranked team for a spot in the final of this Olympic qualified tournament and a chance to face Brazil for one game to battle it out for Olympic glory. The crowd gets to their feet, cheering on their team for the last minute of this game. Jeremiah Hill, it's not been his night, we know that, but it's a minute for him to turn the tide, change fortunes for his team. They need to go quickly. They've advanced the ball out of the timeout. All that they need to do is just defend, 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 which they're so good at. Mute Bidias, that gets slapped out of his hands. Can you believe it? Lomas just says, thank you very much. I'll get fouled. I'll go to the line once again.
It looked like the middle had opened up for him. And then again, the quick hands, the recovery. Makes one of these, it becomes a 4-possession game, and that could almost be it, but I'm not going to say it is, because we've seen so many great plays.
Just can't say enough good things about Rihaz Lomas. He's come up clutch. 19 points for the game now. He plays in Luca Banchi's side. Virtus Bologna in Italy. These two are such a good connection. And together they're carrying their team to a win, bearing a miracle, of course, as Cameroon takes a timeout. 56.5 seconds. The equation just continues to get harder for them. But they're a team with fighting spirit.
Well, it's the same thing. We can say the same thing again. They can get something quick with no time off the clock. It's an 11-point game, so they don't necessarily need. At some point, they're going to have to make threes. They could do with a 2 now. Same play could open up the middle. Still think Hill in the screen would be a better option just to release the shooter. But as you said, without Atiba, who's their guy they go to out of bounds more often than not, and without without Narasi in the game, the 2 guys you'd expect to create coming out of this timeout are not available to Coach Aboya. Let's not write them off yet. Let's see if they can pull out something from this out of bounds.
Haven't nailed a 3 in this quarter. 3 from 26 for the game. This Latvian crowd, this Latvian team, they can taste the final, but it's going to be a nervous 56 seconds. We've seen this Cameroon team go on impressive runs throughout this tournament. Crowd back up on their feet. Eye of the Tiger blaring around the arena. Who has the Eye of the Tiger? Is it Cameroon? Is it Latvia? Another sold out arena, full of voice. Oh, and Hill takes a tumble. Latvia get it back. Bertan's back on the floor, Schmidt's back on the floor. Can they finish off their good work? Kunitz comes off. 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter for Cameroon, and that's ultimately looks like what's made the difference in the game. Latvia chant goes up. Luka Bunky with some final messages. They've been waiting for their team to return from their glorious World Cup run to welcome them home. They've wanted the chance to send them to the Olympics for 88 years. They're going to get a step closer if Cameroon can't complete this. Ayaga Bidias, this would be massive. It falls short. And Lomash, he's been the controller. The cool head, Zodix. Oh, Schmidt with the dagger! It comes in the form of the slam. And Latvia just need to hold on now. Hill still can't get it to go in open space. Streltic happy to hold it. Zodix and Lomash get it forward. And they're going to dribble it out. Much to the delight of the crowd. He'll be riding every possession, every moment in this tournament. And it's fitting that Latvia are going to reach the final of this Olympic tournament in front of their home fans. They're going to face Brazil for a chance to make their first Olympics in 88 years. Full time here, and the final score is Latvia 72, defeating Cameroon 59 in the semi-final of this Riga Olympic qualifying tournament. A big congratulations to Latvia, the 6th ranked team in the world, up against Brazil, who will get that ticket to Paris.
What a game that promises to be. The two teams that we thought would get there at the beginning, but it's been a crazy journey for both. But let's just take a moment here with Cameroon, because they came here out of the pre-Olympic qualifiers, which is a great opportunity for clubs, for countries not at the World Cup. So they had an opportunity, they took it, and they've come so close to taking that opportunity all the way. The atmosphere here in the gym, it's been great up to now. What it's going to be like tomorrow, I have no, it's just going to be amazing here in Riga. These fans have come to see one thing, and that is Latvia going to the Olympic Games. They've got a chance to do that tomorrow. It's going to be a great game with Brazil. Cameroon had to deal with a lot of adversity in the game. Obviously, Atiba was out. Hill just couldn't get going. A lot of that's down to the quality of the Latvian defense. But the Latvian dream carries on. Funky started it at the World Cup. They've had a great qualifying campaign for the year, and now they're one game away from the Olympic Games. There's the stats. The only two that really matter is 72 and 59. It wasn't a smooth, decent basketball. It was a hard-fought semi-final, a lot of physicality. Super officiated game because they controlled it without becoming a factor in the game at all. Narasevich's full team was excellent, but that guy Lomas and Roland Smits just carried them through in the fourth quarter in particular. I don't think you understand how much pressure it is when you play at home until you do it. It's a great support, but the pressure is immense. And now there's a release because one game away and they have got an Olympic ticket. Great pictures.
This is what it's all about, isn't it? Dinas Bertan's tears, I'm sure, around the whole arena, not just for him. This is amazing. He's been a long-time servant of this team. They haven't been to the Olympics in 88 years. He has a chance to get his team there. For Cameroon, they walk off once the 68th ranked team in the world now. Surely they'll rise up. The fourth quarter best players will show that Latvia controlled the final stages of this game. 19 points to 9 in the fourth quarter alone. Rihaj Lomas was a big part of that. 20 points for him tonight. It's not often you see a Latvian player have 20 points on their own because there's so many other contributors, and there was Schmitz with 13 points, there was Bertans with 12. They all played their part in getting their team one step closer to Paris.
And the most pleasing thing for Latvian fans, of which I am one, I just love the way they play the game, is they're looking more and more as this tournament's gone on like the team that played last summer. They're not going away from what they're good at. They won that fourth quarter, won the game in the end, doing the things that they are good at. That'll be good for them. Zorix was super at the point. Jagar started the game brilliantly, so all the guys that need to play are beginning to play better. And that's why the performance for Cameroon was even more impressive. Their physicality and playing through plays like that kept them in the game. And they're obviously not playing like the 68th ranked team in the world. It's a huge step under Coach Aboya. A legend as a player, now is becoming a legend as a national team coach. And their journey has only just started. They've got a lot of opportunity to win Afrobasket qualifiers, etc. So this will be great for them. To underline it with the throwdown, to get the reaction from the crowd and celebrate. Tremendous performance by that. Congratulations to them and Brazil. Can't wait for tomorrow's final.
It's going to be an unbelievable spectacle here at Arena Riga. Another sellout, I'm sure. The crowd, they carried their team throughout, not just tonight, but for the whole tournament. And they'll continue to do so tomorrow night. Game tipping off at 7 p.m. local time. You can see the confirmation today. Brazil getting the win over Philippines 71-60, and then Latvia 72-59. It's Brazil and Latvia in the final of the Riga Olympic qualifying tournament, tipping off at 7 p.m. local time tomorrow. Do not miss it. Hope you can join us then as one team gets close to Olympic glory.
The present will be presented by Senior Sales Manager Alexis Yefimos and the player of the game by TCL, number 19, Rihaj Lomas.